Good afternoon, everybody. This is Joseph Propati, and today I'm going to be doing a playthrough of my game, Micro Baseball, the card game. But I'm going to do it a little different today because I'm showing off some of the 3D printed components that you can print yourself that are on Board Game Geek. The STL files are on Board Game Geek. I think there's also a link I put on there for Tinkercad, where all this is on Tinkercad, and you can download it and print it out. But these are just the 3D components of what you'd have if you printed out, you know, the P&P components. So this is also a card tray that holds them, keeps it all nice and together. And the way I wanted to do this one is there's kind of two sizes. This one's a little bigger, so you can have sleeved cards, and they'll stay in there. And then I did another one that just does the straight cards. So I think they're both available. So today what I want to do is I'm going to do a playthrough. I don't know if I'm going to get through a full 10 innings. I may, or excuse me, 9 innings. 10 is if you want to break a tiebreaker. But I just want to play through, show you the components, show you the rules, you know, how everything goes. And then you kind of pick up the game as you're watching. So we'll just do a nice playthrough for the game Micro Baseball, the card game. So what we'll do is I'm going to have, you know, visitors home. It's going to be top of the inning, bottom of the inning. And, you know, I'll be kind of explaining what I'm doing as we go along. We have, normally I'm going to be playing a 2-player game. This is how the normal setup would be, because you'd have a pitcher on one side, you know, visiting team, home team, you know, and then pitching and batting would switch sides. I'm going to make it a little easier. I'm just going to put it like this. It will have, unfortunately, the batting card upside down, you know, because it's going to go like this. But until I can get some solo rules where it actually has everything straight in front of you, we'll just go that way. We're just going to play. I'll just play both sides of visiting and home team, just so you can get a feel of how the game plays. I'll start the game with the setup, and then we'll just go through inning after inning. So we'll go ahead and begin. Again, this is, my name is Joseph Propati. I'm the designer of Micro Baseball. This is going to be the 2-player game setup. All the rules, all the P&Ps you can find on BoardGameGeek.com. The STL files, if you want to print out all these, are also either on Board Game Geek, and if you can't find them there, you can find them on Tinkercad. They'll be in a group. Just search Micro Baseball. So let's go ahead and let's begin. All right, first things first, we're going to go through the setup. So first we'll deal with the scorecard. We have a white cube. This will mark if we're at the top or the bottom of the inning. These 2 yellow and blue cubes, which fit nicely off to the side, will keep track of your score. If I can get it in a little square. There we go. So we have our score or runs track here for visitors and runs for home team. Then we'll set up the field. You have a little green cube that will keep track of your power, swing power. These 4 black cubes. 3 right now will go in the dugout. There's a nice little slot here for those. And then you can put one as a batter, either right-hander or left-hander. Your choice. So we'll just leave that off to the side, the green cube. And then all these dice will go on the batter side. For this game, like I said, it would normally be batter, home team, or excuse me, visiting team would be on this end, pitching side would be the home team. We're going to kind of keep that same thing. Pitchers, batters, and then, you know, this way you can see it a little bit easier as I'm rolling and setting the dice too. So all the dice will go right now on the batting side, and then we have this red cube for outs, and that will keep track of the outs. So we'll set up the dice for the batting side. Initially, the batter will just pick a batting card. I'm playing 2 players, so what I'll do is I'll just kind of randomly pick one, right? So set that down, and when you're playing even two-player, you pick your batting style, face down, and then for the pitcher, you have these three groups, A, B, and C. So there's 6 pitches, just like in batting, there's 6 batting styles. In pitching, there's 3 groups, each having 6 pitching styles, and it just gives a variation of what the initial dice layout is for the batter to go for. So they all have names, palm ball, screwball. So I'm going to just go with the normal initial A, pitching A, or pitcher A. This kind of be like, this is one of your pitchers, this is another pitcher, and then you have a third pitcher. So once you pick one, for just the normal game, you just pick one of these groups and then put the others aside. And then for this first inning up, we're just going to pick one, and we'll take this one, put it down, and then we have our initial setup. When it begins, you'll flip them over, and that will start the inning. So we're going to go ahead. That's the setup that you have. Everything's set up. That's how you want to begin the game. The game is now ready to play. Let's start the inning. All right, everybody. Joe Perpatti again. Here we go. We're going to start the first inning. Top of the inning, visitors will bat. Home team will be the pitcher. After 3 outs, that will switch. As I'm playing, we're going to start this first inning. I'll kind of explain the rules as we're going along. We might get a full 9 inning in, but I'd like to try and do a full playthrough. And I don't want to go too fast because I want to kind of show how the rules work. And I want to explain how the rules work. But as we get farther in the innings, I think you'll have it and we can speed up. So normally have our batting style and our pitching style. We have those ready to go. So we'll start the inning. We'll flip these over. So we have pitchers got a knuckleball. That's number 5. And then batting style. This team's going to start off with a bunt. That's number 6. So I'll just give a little description here. This batting style is more focused on making a normal or just a simple bunt to get the nice single. Your power is just 1d6 because, you're just bunting. You have 2d6 for swing adjustment. And then just a little thing here. An automatic hit is a single because it's a bunt. If the batter hits the ball, roll for power. If power equals 6, okay, on a hit, this is just basically making contact. Not on an automatic hit, but on making contact, if you roll a power 6, which is on this D6, the catcher basically picks up the ball, throws you out at first. Everything else, otherwise, you're just safe at single. If you do use this consecutively, so if I keep using this card, keep doing bunts, your power is going to have a +1 to it, which will force that out. So we don't want to be doing that. You want to be careful. So we just set these up in our little card tray. Here we have our strike zone. We have an inner, an outer, and then we have this border or perimeter. So we're going to go through and I'll show how the batter is going to react to this knuckleball. This is what I'm trying to hit initially. I'm trying to hit a 1, 2 blue, 6 for red, and 4 for green. If I get that, then we know, boom, I got a straight single. Now remember, on a bunt, if you hit all 4 of these, it's not a home run. You're not going to get a home run with a bunt. You're not even going to get a triple. You're not going to get a double. You're just basically going to get an automatic hit. So you have all these little options for an automatic single. Now, I may add some stuff in the rules where if you get all 4 of them, then maybe there's some errors and you get a double. But right now we'll just go with you get a single. So we take our 4 colored dice, we roll those. All right, we lay them out in the same sequence or order, right? And then we take a look and we go, do we have anything that matches up right now? None of these match up, so they're all going to go on this perimeter. Now, basically, all you're going to get out of this, if you get lucky, is at least contact with the ball. Nothing matched up, right? So we have our adjustment, right? Batter, we get bat swing, we get 2. So we get 2 dice to try and adjust it to these. Well, that's good. You always want to roll high on this adjustment. So we got a 6 and a 4. So we'll go with this first one. This has the least change to it, these 2. So we'll go, This 3 has to become a 1, so if we go down 1, we got to subtract 2 off this because we're going from 3 down to 1. So this brings it down to 4, and this will bring it into this blank space because we did finally match up. We can take this 6 down to 4. We'll bring this down to 2. All right, we match that up. This 3 has to come a 6, so we got 2 off of this and 1 off of this. That makes 6. And then this 6 has got to come down to a 2. And unfortunately, 6 with 3 down from it is going to make it a 3. And that didn't match up. All right, so if we look on here, look on how we have for our contacts. We're just looking under singles because there's no way you can get anything else on that. All right, so we got 1. We matched them all up. And basically what this is going to do is just going to have a hit, right? And we're not going to get to use this one. The fielder is going to get to use this. So this is just a straight bunt, made contact, and he's going to try and make to first. Now we're going to go to the pitcher side, setting up the field. Don't worry about what you have on the face, just place the dice. Now this is a bunt, so these are the only spots you're going to get in. So catcher, so obviously you want to put 1 at catcher. We can fill these up into here. I want 1 here on the first base side. Let's get these here. We can really cover this area, right? And you maybe, more than likely, you really want this inner field. You're going to get this out because that's the bad thing about not getting an automatic hit. You're really susceptible. Now, if I do roll a 6, right, and I get in this midfield, this might hurt me. So maybe I want to break this up and do like 1 here, 1 here. That way at least we can stop from getting extra bases. Okay? So now that we have this set up, we're going to roll a d6 and see what the power is, and then we're going to see what zone. So the batter's hitting for power. We got a 5. That means it's in the infield, right? This is the midfield, outfield, catcher, infield. Dark green's infield. So a 5 gives us this. There's no plus to this, right? Because it's the first time we're using it. Then we want to see what zone, so we roll again. We got zone 4. So we have a fielder in the infielder in zone 4, automatic out. You got that. Not automatic out, but it's an out thrown to first. So if this was like this, would have been extra bases because nobody was there. We'd say that we had fielders out, just never got to it, so you'd actually get a double. So this guy was going to first and got thrown out. So we went out. All right? Back in the dugout. So we take these all back off. We got 1 out. Take these off. Need a new pitch and a new bat. All right, so this time we're going to pick something a little different. Let's do this one. Okay. We put a batter up here. And we'll do a little left-hander. Okay, and then let's do this pitch. All right. Flip them over. Now normally it would be like this, but I'm going to have it like this just so we can, so you guys as you're looking at the video can read it. So we've got a pitch, which is an off-speed pitch. Got to get all 1s. I'm going to do a normal at bat. So normal swing, bat style. This batting style is more focused on making a normal fluid swing. The focus is on making contact with the ball to the infield or midfield. Power is not really your focus on this. Power is a little different. You got 2d6 plus 2, so it means you'll be using this 2d6. But there is possibility of pushing you into this outfield. And you got a 2d6 adjustment. So if the batter makes contact with the ball and it lands in this plus 12 or higher, there is no chance that the infield is going to be able to make that catch. So that's one of the nice things about this. There's other ones where if you have a midfielder here and you get it into the outfield, there is a possibility that guy jumps up and catches the ball. So that's not the case for this normal swing. So let's go ahead, see if we see how we do on our initial roll. So we've got a 4, 5, 2. So we are nowhere near those 1s, right? So we will go 5, here, 2. 2 will go border, 5 is on border, 6 and 4 right here on this border perimeter. So, didn't make anything contact right off the bat. We look and see that we have 2d6. Let's go ahead and roll our 2d6. Got 9. See which one's the closest. Probably it's 2, so we'll take 1 off of that. Bring us down to 1. That will go into the blank. Then we have, this has to go down 5. This has to go down. Always try and get the ones that are closest to making the match first, because you want to try and get as many as you can that are at least matching, similar. So this 4 is going to go down 3. We'll make that a 1, so we're going to take 3 off this. Then this one has to go down 4. That turns into a 1, so we have 1 left. And this down to a 5, so that brings it here. Didn't match up. So that means this is going to be used as a fielder, and this is just going to be batter made contact. So we'll see where we are. Now you have a bigger range now. You have to go catcher, infield, midfield, and possibly outfield. So you kind of spread yourself out. But the pitcher will now get to place his fielders. So we are not going to cover catcher this time. So we're going to kind of have a first base, maybe second. We'll do third. And we're kind of hoping, more than likely you got midfield or infield. So I think we're going to try and cover that area. Let's do this. And there's a possibility of catcher. So just maybe if I get a bad roll. But I do get +2. So that one, yeah, that's very unlikely that you're going to get that. You get a 1, you might get a 3. Or, I mean, you're going to get a 2, you get a 4. So we don't even have to worry about this with a normal. So we'll just go infield. And we're just not going to worry about the outfield because we just know, we have a feeling he's not going to make that high contact. But we may have to see what happens. So we have our fielders laid out. Pitcher laid his fielders out. Now the batter gets to roll for his power. So we roll 2 dice. And it's a 9. But it's 9 plus 2. So 9, 10, 11. So we are in the midfield. I got 3 fielders in the midfield. It's good. But if it's, and since it's not a 7, these guys are not going to help. I have 4 guys in the midfield. So I got a chance. So we roll another d6. Here, let's roll that thing. Got a 6. So we do have a fielder. So first base, guy's really close. So we got this guy's running as he's running to first. He picks it up. Midfield. He's going to run down, tag him out. So out at first. That's now 2 outs. No one on base. All right, cleared out. And to see where we are now, let's go one more. Let's see how we do, all right? We're going to cycle these. All right. Pick another at bat. We'll do this one. We got, let's do, yeah, here we go. Here we go, curve. Okay. So, flip them over at the same time. We've got pitcher's going to be throwing a curveball, batter's going for full power. Now, full power is a little different. So, this batting style is more focused on solid swing with as much power as possible. Due to the power of the swing, the batter will get less swing adjustment than other batting styles, but it's more focused on power. So you'll get 4d6 for your power, which means higher possibility of getting a home run, but you're going to take the best 3. And then you get 1 swing adjustment dice, but there's some caveats here. If the pitcher is throwing a fastball, nope. If it's off-speed or knuckle, nope. Any other pitch, you get an extra dice. So now I get 1 more for a swing adjustment. So the batter's a little happy. So let's go ahead and we'll do our swing adjustment. So we got green, black, blue, red. So 3 didn't match, blue didn't match, green, and so none of them matched. Not hit. We're not. Batters today aren't doing too well right off on that initial. So it just means that we're not really picking up the pitch. As the guy is sitting here getting ready to bat. Sorry, I forgot to put my batter up. As he's getting ready to bat, he's not really seeing what the pitcher's throwing. So he's really having a harder time adjusting to this. So we do get our 2 adjustment dice, and we hope for high rolls. We got a 5 and a 3. That's good. So we'll then take this one. It's pretty easy. It's just going to go down 1. So this will go to 2. Goes in the blank spot. That becomes a 2. This needs 3. This needs 3, and this needs 4. So we'll go 5 down to 2. We'll adjust this one to 3. We have 4. So we can adjust this one up to 6. But unfortunately, this 2 doesn't make it. So that means, again, it is just a single, just an at-bat. Well, could be a single. The fielder will get this red dice as an extra fielder, but, depending on where the ball hits, it's just contact. But since he's a lot of power, 3d6, you got to really focus on the whole field. And there is a possibility of catcher. So you get 1 extra, but you got to really spread these things out. So I think we'll have one here, here, just in case. We'll do midfield. And that's pretty spread out. Let's see. We'll have 1 on the... this looks good. It's just tough. We need more players. But it is what it is. More than likely, it's going to be in the mid. Yeah, so we're going to kind of risk it. We'll go with that. See how we do. So this will be just if it's a really low roll. All right. So we've got our fielders out. The batter is now going to do his adjustment, which we got 4. We'll just roll this catcher. We know that there's a catcher. So it's the best 3 out of 4. We're going to put this 2 here. So we got 14 right there. So now you might want to look at this before you place it, because you can take the best 3, but it doesn't mean it has to be the highest 3. It just means the best for your situation. If there's a lot of midfield players, maybe you don't want to hit it in the midfield. Maybe you want that outfield hit because there's only 2. But you got to remember, if it's a 13 or 14, if it's this 14, if I have a midfielder in that zone, it's going to catch it. It has to be up in 15, 16, 17 to really clear that little pop-up kind of deal. So I might want to just do 9, 10, 11, put me solid in here, but now I've got more of these midfielders I got to deal with. So I think if I can go 12 right here, kind of really want that green. 14. I think, because there's a lot, I'm going to go for the outfield. So we're going to do 14 right here. It's going to be an outfield shot. Now what do we got to do? Got to roll for zone. Zone right here. So we hit the ball here, but what's the problem? If you are in 14 right on the edge, this he's got that ability to catch it. Now, it's not an automatic. There has to be a roll to see. So what we do is, if he rolls, and if we got it in the infield, a 5 or a 6. All right. 5. That's an out. So basically what happened was this guy in the midfield jumped super high, was able to catch that ball in the sky before it actually cleared into the outfield. If this was a 15, it wouldn't matter. That would have been extra bases. Nobody in here, it would have been a double because it was all the way to the wall. But since this guy caught the pop out, this guy's out, 3 outs. So let's go now. We'll pull these all off. Take this off. Take these out. And we're gonna, now let's go down and we'll start the home side. All right, now the home side is up, home team. We've got our still in inning one, but we're on the home team. So what it would end up doing is this now, these guy would be the pitcher, right? And, you know, it would switch sides. So now these guys would be pitching, okay? And we'd be switching this around. But again, you know, remember, this would be like this, each side pointing at each other. So we'll, again, we'll keep it face up. But just remember, if you were playing two-player, now it would be pitcher facing the pitcher, batter facing the batter. Okay? So let's just keep this like this. We'll have a batter up, right? No outs. Just next to it. Let's do our pitcher. And just keep it on the side. Yeah, so we have a pitcher on this side. And so you know, pitcher's on this side. These guys are pitching now. These guys are batting. All right, let's do here. So we're starting our 0 outs, and we're at the bottom of the first inning. Let's flip over our pitch. All right, and here's the bat. So we're pitching a fastball. That's number 1. And we're going to do choke up. So choke up is, this batting style is more focused on making contact with the ball and not swing power. Due to choking up on the bat, the batter will have less power, but the batter focuses on the pitch style. So you only have a 2d6 power, and you got 2d6 for adjustment. And then you have, on the initial batting roll, you can re-roll 1 colored die, but must keep that result. If you decide not to take the re-roll, the pitching player has 1 less fielder to use against the batter, which meaning not one of the colored dice if you miss it, but he would now only have 5 fielders. But if you mess up, he still will get to use those. So, no outs. Let's go ahead, and the batter will do their initial. So we have blue and black, green and red. We'll lay them up this side. We look on here. We need, for a fastball, all 6s. So we did match up 1. That's good. But none of these other ones matched up. So they're on the perimeter. Now, these are going to have high adjustments because all of them need 4. So we will, since we get 2 swing adjustments, we'll roll 2 dice. Oh, that's not good. We only got 6. So this is going to be tough. So we will adjust one of these to a 6. All right. And then 1 to a 4, which is right here, and this one's a 2. So this is only going to get contact. You made contact, but you got 2 dice now that are going to be used as fielders. This one didn't match, and this one didn't match. So we have, and let's see here. Do I want to re-roll? I could. I think what I'll do is I'm going to try and re-roll this one, which means I don't get to remove one of the fielders, but I might get a 6. Oh, got a 4. So now, since I did that, it's basically I'm making contact. I get all 6, and the fielder's going to get, the pitcher's going to get to field with 8 dice. So a lot of coverage. And there's 2d6, so you're in these ranges. So you got a lot here. No pluses, just 2d6. So probably have a catcher. We're going to cover a lot of these infield. Let's do that. Because we're hoping for a low roll. Right? So that's how we got pitchers going to cover it. So let's go ahead and we will roll our 2d6. This is the batter rolling for power. We got an 8, which is right here. No pluses. So again, when you have the field that is just past the one previous, the inner field. So whether it's infield to midfield or midfield to outfield, if you're on this first one, there is that possibility that if there's an infield here and there was nobody here, they would make the out. So it only happened in this case here or this case here. So in zones 2 and 5. So we'll see what happens. So we got our power. Next is the batter is going to roll for zone 6 right here. So we've got good coverage. 6 zone, midfield, made the out. That's 1 out. So that's your first out. And then we'll have our next batter. So we put our 1-on-1. Let's go ahead and pick our pitching again. Let's do that one. We'll do this. All right, so flip over our cards. We got this pitch style and this batting style. Take our 4 dice. Now the batting team, which is over here, they're going to roll. Need 6, 4, 2, and 1. We got that, 6, and again, no lucky rolls on here. So nothing matched. We'll be lucky if we're getting any kind of single, or even if we get maybe even an out. To get an automatic out is if I can only match, like if I don't get any to match, that's an automatic out. If I can't get, if I can only get 1 to match, that's going to be automatic match. So you're really looking to get 2, at least to try and get a contact with the ball. So we look on how many, we have 2 dice to adjust. We really need high rolls. Not good. This may be an automatic out. So we've got 5 to adjust. This can go down. Let's see, what's closest? 4 to 6 or 6 to 4. So these are the 2. So we have, this goes down to 2. We'll make that a 6. Or, excuse me, a 4. That one we got to match at least. And then 3, we need, this can go up to a 6. That's 2. And then a 1. We could lower this down, right, to a 5. But that makes it so 2 have made it so what we've done here is we've had contact, just ball contact, because we did match 2. But again, remember the fielder is going to get to use these 2 dice because they never matched up initially. So we have contact. So that means pitcher's got a field, but they're going to get to use these 2, right? So all 8. And since it's 2d6 or 3d6 for power, we got to be careful. We got a lot of coverage that we've got to do. So we'll do, I'm not going to put catcher this time, so we'll have first, let's do some outfield. And we'll have like that. All right, I think that's good. Good coverage. Looking for outfield, infield. Hopefully it won't be a home plate because that's going to be an automatic single. So we got 1 out. Let's go ahead and we'll roll for power. So we'll roll. We need to roll 3. Right? Now, if an automatic hit, which it's not, then we see what zone it is. Because see, since I'm doing a pull and I'm trying to go to left field, there could be some bonuses to power, but right now I'm just going for contact. So we've got 7. We'll roll 1 more. 10. So we are in right here. That's not good for the batter because now since I'm on that very first one, if the infielder, if that zone has an infielder in it, it's going to be an automatic out. So, or it'll be what they call fielder's choice out. So let's go ahead and roll the zone. Hopefully in the zones we'll have our, like here, 2 or 3. Oh, right here, 2. So We got definitely a single. Made it to first. Since we had a fielder here, he's going to be the one that'll pick it up, so no extra bases. If it was like this, you'd get a double because you'd have extra bases. But this fielder was able to pick it up. We're looking good. So, man on first. Take all these off. Have another batter. We're going to go ahead and pop these out. Pick another pitch. Let's do this one. This time we'll do here. All right, let's take this off. Flip these over. So here's our pitch. Here's our bats. We've got a sinker. I'm going to do a push. This time I'm trying to get to zones 5 and 6. Same parameters, 3 for power, 2 for adjustment. But if I do get an automatic hit, I'm going to have the possibility of having more power, which could get me a home run because I am using 3d6. 3d6 is the only way you're going to get a chance for a home run. So let's go ahead and we'll try and see how much we get in our contact roll. So this will be the batter. Let's see what we got. So we got 5, 2 matches. That's good. But that's the only one. So since we have that match right away, parameter, these are on the border. On the perimeter. So we look at our adjustment. We got 2d6 for adjustment. Roll high. Oh, not bad. So we got 9. So look at our quickest ones. That's really low. That's low. This needs 3. This needs 4. And that needs 4. So we'll do the 3 first. Knock this down to 2. So that is 5, 2. That's 3. And we got 6. So we're not going to make this. It's going to be just contact. We take, this needs to be a 6. So it needs a 4. So we'll make this 6. Right? And then we have 2 left. And this will go down to, this will go up to 3. But it doesn't make it. So at least we got 3 here, which is good, which means we did hit the ball. No automatic out, which is nice. No chance for an automatic hit. You would have had to have made that one. If I had made this a 6, or the 5 that I needed, and it was in here, then it would be an automatic hit single. So it'd be kind of nice because we got our initial, got our other one, and then yeah, we were looking. Would have been an automatic hit single, but right now didn't make this one. The fielder's going to get to use this, and I just have a hit contact right now. Now we got to worry about the possibility of getting a double play. This is kind of scary. So, and this really depends on how the fielder puts his players in. One of the things you want to do is you need a guy at first, right? Covering this first zone. We want these players here. If we can do some infield, this will be good. Our scary thing is we have the possibility of the outfield. And if I don't get outfield, they're going to get some definite extra bases. So we got to put some in the outfield. I'm not too worried. Right now I'm not worried about this. It'll just be a simple, regular field extra base. But this are critical. If I want to get these double plays, I need these midfield, because he'll go short basically, get second and first. Same thing here. So this guy, same thing. If it comes here, he could get a double play. So I think we're going to just kind of maybe ignore this initial. Yeah. See what we got. Let's go ahead and we'll roll for power and hope that we don't get a home run. Pitcher is. So here's our roll. We've got a 9, which means in the infield. Uh-oh, I only got 1 in the infield. So there's no way of getting a double play unless it goes into zone 5. It's the only way you're going to get a double play because he's going to go 1-2. We got a total and right here. All right, let's see what we got. Big thing now, zone. If we get zone 5, we're going to get a double play. Zone 3. So, here. Now, the play is in the infield. We don't have anybody in the infield. So basically what's going to happen is this guy is going to get the out because it's a force out at second. So as these guys are running, if it had been a midfield shot, zone 3 midfield, we would have had a double play. But as they're going, you don't have enough to get this extra out. So this guy does, they do get the lead runner, so that's 2 outs. And not bad. Not bad with that. 2 outs, man on first. Clear everything up. All right. All right, let's put it in the batter. See what we got. We'll do this guy. This guy. So we got our 2 outs, bottom of the first. Flip these over. We're going to do a fastball. Oh, and a full power swing. Remember, good possibility here of a home run because I'm going for fastball. Because it says, if pitching a fastball, you add 2 more swing adjustment dice. So we're looking good on this one. That means I'm going to get 3 adjustment dice. So let's do our initial roll. We need all 6s. It's not easy. And I don't see a 6 here, so nothing right off the bat. It's going to be on the borders. All right, and we're going to go through our adjustment, which nice because we get 3 adjustment dice. 13, nice. This will be good. So let's work these out. These all have to come up to 6. This is going to be the hardest one, so we'll take the 4 first. I only need 2, so we'll adjust this down to 1. This 3's got to come up to 6, so that is going to be 3. So we'll take 1, and we'll knock this down 2. This has to come up 4 to make a 6. All right, which we go 2 off of this, and this needs 5 to come up 6, but we don't have it, so this will only get to 5. So unfortunately, we almost had a good one, but because we didn't get this in as a match, it's not an automatic hit. It's just a regular contact. So again, scary thing. We could have a possible fielder's choice, but we'll see. Maybe we'll get in the gaps. And the fielder will get to use this red die. So pitching player is going to be putting in, so we'll have 1 here, do the same thing. But it also is 46. So let's see. We'll try and get these outs. I'm not going to have anybody in catcher right now. And we'll use these dice. We just need an out because we got 2 outs. So we're going to roll. We know where this red one's in 2. Oh, this could go to our favor. Remember, you don't need the highest roll. You just need what plays the most. And getting in here, we're looking good because you're not going to have any automatic outs. We're going to get a straight single. So we'll do a 7 and 8. Or actually, we could even do, no, not enough for catcher because that's 5. So if we do catcher, right, we do a 5, right, we'll put this guy back on 2. There's no way. No one's covering, nobody in the infield. So we could go definitely here. And then we stay in this zone. There's nobody here, so we got an automatic. We get that single, so that's good, right? So now we've advanced runners. Now we're at first to second. Let's go for the next one. Take this up here. him. See if we can do something tricky on the pitcher side. Yeah, we'll do this. All right. Okay, man on first, second, 2 outs. Let's flip these over. We got an off-speed pitch with a normal batting style. Okay, so let's get our batter up there. Sorry. Let's roll for the initial reaction to the pitch. Oh, bummer. This is now when I roll 6s. So we've got, unfortunately, it's going to be a tough one. But I'm doing normal style, so I do get 2d6 for my adjustment. Let's put these on here so we have, unfortunately, none matched. And hopefully we'll roll high. Oh, not good. This maybe an out. So let's at least get as many as we can. So this 3 is going to be the easiest one to change. So that needs to go down 2 to a 1. But we only have 3 left. So none of these will make it. So this closest one comes down to 2. That goes there. This 6 goes here, and this 6 goes here. Now, unfortunately, when you have 3 that don't make it, automatic out. So that was the 3rd out of this inning. That batter ended up getting out at first. Base runners never got home. So that's unfortunate. So that ends this first inning, and we'll be going on to the second inning. Second inning, I'm going to play a little bit faster. So this gives you a chance. That goes through the first full inning. Okay, we've started our second inning. We are at top of the second inning. We have no runs, no outs, got a batter up. And now we've switched back where visiting team is now at bat and home team is pitching. So let's go ahead and do that one. And so to start the inning, again, no outs. Let's flip these over. Here's our batter and our pitcher. Again, we're going to keep our batter so we can read it. Now this choke up, again, batting style is more focused on making contact with the ball and not swing power. Due to choking up on the bat, the batter will have less power but better focus on the pitch style. So that gives you a 2d6, which means you'll be in this range. Not a lot of, not a high chance for an outfield hit. And we do get 2d6 adjustment. But on this one, if you can take one of your initial rolls, and if it's really bad, like it's really low, you can throw it again, but you have to take that die roll. So, batter's going to go. See what they do on that initial. So we got green, blue, red, and black. Let's see how we adjust on that. So did we match up anything? We got a match on the blue, and that's it. It's a good start, though. So we matched. So we have a 2, a 5, and a 2. All right. At least we got initial match. Nice thing about this, though, we have 2d6 adjustment. So hopefully high roll. Not bad, but could be better. We'll do this one first because this just needs to go down to 1. Right? And we got 6 left. So this goes in the blank. This only has to go up 1, so that makes us a 5. That's a 6, so that goes in the blank. So at least we got 2. Now we just got to get this one. Just need 2. This goes to 3, and this makes it up to 4. So now, nice. So that is an automatic single. Boom. Nice. Starts out with an automatic single. Don't even have to roll. Don't have to do anything. Don't have to place fielders. It's an automatic single. Makes it kind of nice and quick. No outs. Let's pick another batter. Let's try this. See if we can advance the runner. And what shall we do here? Let's do this one. So we'll flip over. All right, here is our pitcher. We're going to do an off-speed pitch, ones, but I'm going to try and do a bunt. So I'm going to see if I can advance my runners. Remember, a bunt, if you get a 6, catcher's going to throw you out first when you do your swing power. So we just need to get all ones. Let's try and roll low. Oh, we got 1, but this isn't good. All right, so we have that, but these come in off the parameter. Oh, that's 4. Now what's critical here is the adjustment. We get 2 D6 for adjustment. Really, that is not going to be good. So 3 will get this down to a 1, which is good. But this stays as a 5 and that stays as a 5, which means we made contact. We're in this first right here. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can advance the runner. So what we're going to do first is, let's do power. A D6 for power. Now remember, if I roll a 6, and the catcher will throw you out at first. So roll a 1. Oh, sorry, can't do that yet. My bad. Got to put the fielders down before I can do power because I don't want to give them a heads up. So you always do your power after they put their fielders in. So let's do this. We're going to have a catcher, that's for sure. We have, let's see, it's on, here's a 5, so we get to use these 2. So we're really going to pile into this inner field. And we'll put someone in first base. So we're looking at, yeah, you're going to definitely get out. This is not going to be good. So if we do our power, 2, which means right here it's in the infield. And if we do the zone, 2, we got a player in the infield, so that is an out. But we didn't have anybody in the midfield, so there's no, you didn't set yourself up for a chance. You wanted to get, so the pitcher and the fielding team was, they wanted to get the out. The problem was they didn't set themselves up for a chance for a double play. They could have put these out here, right? And had the ability, but they were looking for the sure out, and there is no guarantee you get a double play. So as this guy was going first, he got out, right? We have 1 out, or that should be, do we have, yeah. And we'll say, okay, 1 out. Sorry. I'm not sure if I have that right. So we have the advance, the runner, which is good, but we got an out. I missed it. I see that there was an out here, but I'm not sure if I got an out already. I think so. Since it was there, I'm going to pretend there was already one there, so I'm going to go 2 outs. Got a man on second, 2 outs. If I'm wrong on that, sorry. I'll be looking at the video, so let's see if we can get that the guy on second, or yeah, the runner on second base into home. So we'll pick another batter. All right. Do that. And let's do this. All right. So we take this off. Got 2 outs. No runs yet. Man on second. Let's see what we get. We got slider and a push. Trying to go for 5 and 6. So let's roll these. Looking for 2, 3, 4, 5. So there, that, and this. Unfortunately, nothing matches. So 5, 6, 2 and 2. All right. Now we've got our, since we're doing a push swing, we've got 2 adjustments. Oh, perfect. 6 and 6. That's great. So these are all going to make it. So we got 2. Come down 2. That's 4. That makes it 3. This comes down 2. All right. That will make a 4. This has got to go. Oh, sorry. That, I think that was a 1. I think I moved it and it wasn't. So I'm going to put that it was a 1. So if we do 1, make it a 2. All right, and then this one will make it, so that'll go 4. We had plenty on that one. So we got all up there. But since this is not an automatic, because we didn't get anybody in the initial, so it's still just a hit, but the pitcher doesn't get to use any extra fielders, right? So we're going to try, right? We're going to set up our fielders. We have a D3-6, so got a lot of ground to cover. There's no force outs because there's nobody on first. This is going to be tough. I don't have too much to cover. Let's do this. All right. Batter. Got 3 power. Let's see what we land. 10. Nobody on the infield, so there won't be a chance of getting that out. It'll only be an out if I get it in that zone. So let's roll zone. Zone 3. Look at that. Nobody. Going to be extra bases. So we got this guy goes to first, this guy goes to third, this guy goes to second, and the extra base gets on home. So because nobody was got a chance to get there to field it, it went all the way to the wall, extra bases. So the fielding, or the visitors, got 1 run. Excellent. 1 run. Still a man on first. So we have... I think I'll end it there because I really just wanted to show you the rules, show how the game is played. I wanted you to see the 3D printed components. There would just be too much time as a playthrough to go through all 9 innings, but I think going through 2 innings was pretty good. Shows you the rules. You can see how the game plays. See if you're interested, which would be nice. Give it a try if you like it. It does, I hope, give a feel playing baseball. Also, if you're playing it and you see things that I can improve, make better, I'd love to hear from you. I like to hear the feedback. If you feel like, oh, this is nothing like baseball, let me know. If you think, yeah, this is pretty cool, it's like baseball, it's close, also let me know. This was supposed to be something that was supposed to be quick to play, something that once you get into it, you can go pretty quickly. It's just rolling, flipping the cards, setting up your filters and seeing what kind of out or hit is made. The base game, everything is there on BoardGameGeek.com. You can print everything. Again, you can also print all the components. And if you don't want to print them and you're interested in just buying them, I can print them and sell them. So that's completely up to you too. But I'm working on trying to make the game the best I can make. So feedback is always welcome. With my channel, if you like what you see, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more stuff, go ahead and subscribe. And we'll go from there. But I appreciate you watching. Thanks for giving me the time, and enjoy the game.